I guess I just stand up there. Stand up here.
Okay.
So, okay.
Okay, guys. Hi, I'm Miss Nelson. I'm one of the counselors, and I'm counselor of some of you, but not all of you. I recognize some of you. This is Miss Doctor. She is an intern for school counseling. She's learning how to be a counselor. We are providing suicide prevention training for everybody in our nation. Counselors all over from California to New York. We're all providing suicide prevention. It's the month of September, and that's always the same time that it happens every year. So we have a presentation. She is going to be recording the presentation for her class because, like I said, she's an intern learning how to be a school counselor. So please give her your full attention and, you know, all the regular stuff like if you have a question or raise your hand, whatever. Go ahead and close your Chromebooks. We are going to open a bit.ly once she requests for you to do that here in a second, and then at the end we're also going to have a post-test. It's going to be the same exact questions as the pre-test because it's going to gauge your knowledge, what you've learned, what you know. Also want to make mention that everything that you type into the post-test is recorded. We are the counseling team is monitoring that, so you know, make sure you're typing what you want your counselor to see. Okay.
Even if it's not submitted, like GISD can record keystrokes. So even if you like type something funny, show it to your buddy, and be like, and then delete it, like they can still see that. So,
Did I say your name?
please
Yes.
make sure that y'all just take this as seriously as we discussed that this is. Additionally, remember, if y'all have, how many of you did not get a chance to take the pre-test before we went to lunch? Okay, so mostly they've already done the pre-test.
Okay, perfect.
If you haven't, whenever she asks for it, then y'all can obviously do that. That's great.
All right.
Okay, hi, my name is Miss Doctor, like Miss Noska said. I am a student counseling intern, and so I am going to give y'all the suicide prevention lesson today. So if you haven't done the pre-test yet, she's going to put it up for you in just 5 seconds. Maybe a little longer than 5 seconds.
You're gonna have to click on the link where it says video. Also, it's in our Canvas announcements in our Canvas course. So, is there anyone who has not already taken it? If you haven't already taken it, then go into announcements in Canvas and get that squared away.
It's not the same one.
I think it's the secondary one.
Announcements, suicide, all I heard was
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so here is the pre-assessment. If you haven't already done it, I will give y'all a few minutes to finish it. And then when you are done, if you could close your Chromebook so that way we know that we're cool to move on.
There shouldn't be anyone talking unless you have a bachelor's degree or higher in this room right now, currently. That's your face. You can use the bit.ly or again in Canvas in our course under announcements. It has a link for you to just click. I said that about 87,000 times before you got here.
Yeah. You said she did not tell me.
What?
You should tell someone.
You should have. Cruz, let him do it. It's what he knows, not what y'all know collectively.
Miss, who's your student counselor? You can pick on your last name.
Yeah, if you don't know your student counselor, you can find it in Skyward under student info. It'll tell you who it is.
Forget who I am. Casey, I'm heartbroken.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It'd be a lot going through in your brain. Today's
Aaron. Aaron just didn't come back from lunch. Willie didn't come back from the bathroom. Yeah.
I can fix this.
See why we didn't go upstairs?
All right. Everybody's almost done? Done? Okay, so we're gonna move on. So the first thing that you should note are the warning signs of suicide. Warning signs of suicide are indicators that a person may be in danger and needs immediate help. Keyword there is immediate help. So some warning signs are making suicidal statements, being preoccupied with death when having conversations or maybe when writing or in drawings, giving away belongings such as maybe someone's giving you something that is super personal to them or was super expensive and that's out of their character. That's a big warning sign. Withdrawing from friends and family, so isolating, having aggressive or hostile behavior, neglecting personal appearance, say if someone takes a lot of pride in how they dress or is really into fashion and then begins dressing not how they're used to, that can be a warning sign. Running away from home, risk-taking behavior, and changes in personality. So risk factors are a little bit different than warning signs. Risk factors do not cause or predict a suicide, but they are characteristics that make it more likely an individual will consider an attempt of suicide or try to commit suicide. Some of these risk factors are depression, mood disorders or anxiety disorders, a parent or a medical family history of mental illness or substance abuse disorder, if a person's tried suicide before, a disruptive or abusive family life, a history of sexual abuse, a history of being bullied, problems with drug or alcohol use, problems at school, loss of a parent or close family member through death, divorce, or suicide, and identifies as LGBTQ+. So protective factors are characteristics that make a person less likely to engage in suicide behavior. This is strong connections to family and friends, having a good support system, skills in problem solving and handling problems in a non-violent way, religious beliefs that discourage suicide, restricted access to highly lethal means, easy and effective healthcare access for mental and substance use disorders, and support through ongoing medical and mental health care relationships. So we're gonna watch this video and then we'll talk about some things that the video highlights.
Hi, I'm Remy Cruz. I have a very close personal friend in my life who has struggled for the past 4 years or so with extreme anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, and things like that. I kind of noticed something was different when night was the night that they were actually like having extreme suicidal thoughts, and I had no idea. I didn't know that they were feeling this way for so long, and they just kind of kept it bottled in. Asking them was definitely uncomfortable, especially because I didn't want to offend them in any way. I didn't want to make them feel like they weren't validated. That's a really big thing, I think, and it's an uncomfortable thing for sure, but it's something that needs to be done too. After I realized that there was something wrong, I talked to my friend's family, and I made sure that they knew what was going on too by turning to their family and sharing it with them and other people that they love. It just became this like community almost, like a loving, supporting community that just wanted the best for my friend and just to get them the help that they needed. My friend, to this day, is so incredibly thankful they got the help that they need. Now they go to therapy, they have their medication. I try my best to just keep up with them, make sure that they know that I love them and that I'm here for them if they want to talk to me about it, and I just want to know and I want to learn and just be there for them. My piece of advice, if you're in my shoes and you have people around you, start acting differently or just like a little bit off, I feel like just keep your eyes open, be very aware, because a lot of times they just kind of bottle it in and you can't really tell until you really watch and you observe, and just make sure that the people that you do share it with are people that they trust and that love them and just want the best for them. That gut feeling that I had, it just kind of it was something you can't shake. I was just this weird thing where it just pushed me to go talk to them, and something that I just couldn't ignore. Honestly, if it weren't for that night, I really don't know what would have happened, so I just thank my lucky stars every single day that I was at the right place at the right time and I said something.
Okay, so some important things that she outlined in the video. The first would be to
Do what, guys?
no, it wasn't really a question, but the first thing would be to ask.
Hi, I'm Cruz. I have a very
Ask the question of your friend, of the person you're concerned for, worried about, are you okay? Communicating that you are open to talking and being non-judgmental or non-confrontational when you're speaking with this person. And then beyond asking, you just have to be there to listen and to support this person. You don't have to think of any crazy things or perfect things to say. You just need to be a supportive ear for this person. And it's important to note that you should never promise anyone to ever keep your suicidal thoughts or their suicidal thoughts a secret, because that's just not safe. Next would be to be there. Again, show support, whether that's physically, on the phone, texting, showing someone that you're present in their life and that you care for them and about them can really help someone that's feeling isolated or is having suicidal thoughts. Keeping them safe. If you learn that someone is having suicidal thoughts or is maybe making a plan, then it's really important to get help. And calling 911 for a welfare check is always something that you can do outside of school, where the cops can come and check on the person that you're worried or concerned about. And just letting a trusted adult know that someone or yourself are feeling this type of way. A trusted adult could be your mom, your aunt, your older cousin, brother, a teacher at school, an SRO, a coach, anyone who can make a responsible decision on your behalf if you're not capable of doing that, or if you just need help. Follow up. So it's really important that when you do help someone or tell a trusted adult that you're continuing to check in on this person after the fact. It's super important for that person to feel supported and to feel loved. So staying in contact with someone can be really beneficial when they're having a hard time. Helping them connect. At school, your counselors are your go-to whenever you're having any sort of mental health crisis or if someone you know is having a hard time. They're always here to help, always here to guide, assist, and however they can to help you or to help a friend or to help somebody in need. Also, 988 is the suicide hotline or lifeline, and you can call or text that number at any time if you're ever struggling or know someone that is. And then again, 988, or you can text 741-741, or you can report anonymously. I know that the counseling Canvas page has the anonymous alerts button, as do I think most of the pages on Canvas do, and that will set a chain reaction of sorts off to get help for someone or if you need assistance. Again, Lifeline 988 is a great resource when you're outside of school. Trusted adult or counselor inside of school is always your best bet. So if you can get your Chromebooks back out and do this post-assessment.
You'll go back to the Canvas announcements, and the link underneath the free test one says post-test. You're going to click on that and fill those same questions out again. But this is a course to gauge your learning and see where you've grown from before and where you're at now.
Question.
They're asking me that because you look really tired today.
Also, if anybody has any questions, I myself or Miss Noska can help you in any way possible.
It's because you're being like specifically quiet. Well, the other day that you didn't come back from lunch, and you didn't ask me for permission to not come back from lunch, and see what had happened was, okay, well, so if you can get a coach or an adult that you know with, okay, then, you know, I can work on that, but.
Guys, you have a couple of minutes. Thank you so much for being a good audience. We appreciate it. You're going to see Miss Doctor this semester. She's going to be helping out and learning a lot in the school counseling department. If you're one of my students, she's going to always be with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So thank you for being a good audience. We appreciate your participation. When you're done, go ahead and close your Chromebook. Class is almost over.
We have 6 minutes left. You can pack up and pick up, but please do not line up. Okay, Laura.
I didn't really see